Hi friends, it's Mr. Alex from Adams Memorial Library, and I'm back with another one of our fun themed crafts. Since it's getting pretty close to Thanksgiving, I thought that this would be an awesome time to bind our very own turkey books that we can write what we're thankful for inside. But before we begin, I'd like to remind you that you can stop right here at the library to pick up your craft kit. You can stop either at our children's desk or a curbside pickup, and we'd be happy to give you a set of supplies. Or, if you'd rather follow along with what you have at home, that's okay too. But let me show you what we'll need, and we'll get started. In order to make our turkey book, we're going to need a wide variety of supplies. The first thing that we'll need is 3 brown paper lunch bags in order to make the basis of our book. Then we'll need a hole punch, a popsicle stick, and a rubber band to bind it with. Then it'll be time to decorate. So we're going to need a scrap of yellow paper, a scrap of red paper, some wiggle eyes, and 4 different sheets of scrapbooking paper or other construction paper that you might have. Then, to attach it all, we're going to need scissors and glue, and finally, a pencil, marker, or something else to trace with. So, go ahead and get that out of your craft kit, or find it at home, and we'll start binding our own turkey book. The first step in making our turkey book is that we're going to take our 3 paper bags, and we're going to take our scissors and trim along all 4 edges of the paper bag. And what that's going to do is that's going to remove the bottom of our bag, as well as these sides here, and give us nice free-moving pages. So whenever we're done, we should have 6 pages in total. So let's grab our scissors, and we're going to do that now. So as you can see, I've taken and I've cut out our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages from our bags, and I've taken all the scraps and set those aside to recycle or throw away later. Now, I'm going to take our paper for our pages of our book, and I'm going to neatly organize them so that they're all going roughly in the same direction, so all the tops of the bags are facing the same way. And then I'm going to make sure that they're nice and even. Once I've done this, we can fold the book in half, just like this, and like in Online Origami Club, we're going to give it a nice sharp crease with everything lining up. Once we've done that, we're going to have something that looks like a book here. Now, in order to make our book, we're going to take and we're going to need to punch holes in the spine of our book so that we can bind it. You want to have them pretty close to the edge because whatever point you put your popsicle stick at, that's where the pages are going to open to. But you don't want to put them so far to the edge that the holes punch through the spine of the book. So for my books, I like to put the holes right about here. Then we're going to punch a second hole at the bottom of our book, and I like to do my best to line it up so that it's in a nice straight line. And punch a second hole like this. Now we can clear aside all these little dots from the hole punch, and we're going to grab our rubber band and our popsicle stick. So the first thing that we're going to do is that we're going to lay the popsicle stick right over our holes, and then we're going to take the rubber band and feed it up one side of the holes like this, and then we're going to catch the popsicle stick in between the rubber band and pull down so that we'll have something like this. Then we're going to stretch our rubber band the whole way across the back of the book, and we're going to feed it through our second hole. And this might take a little bit of practice, and depending on your rubber band, it may be a lot of stretching, but once we get it through that hole, we're just going to pop it right onto the other side of our stick. So we'll feed it up through and feed it through our stick. Now, you may have noticed that that was a little bit of trouble for us there, and it turned out fine. Our book still is perfectly bound and is not bending or anything like that. But if you're having trouble, or you know that your rubber band isn't very long, you might want to put your holes closer to each other or a little bit further apart if you have a longer rubber band. But now we have a book that is bound and the pages will turn. But by itself, this book, while cool, isn't very exciting. So this is the point where we get to turn it into a turkey. The first thing that I like to do is take our scrapbooking paper or construction paper, if that's what you're using at home, and we're going to make some tail feathers for our turkey. I find that the best way to do this is to fold our paper in half, get our pencil, and draw this sort of half a football shape on our paper. Then, when we cut against the fold, just like this, and open it up, we have a tail feather. Now, if we want all of our tail feathers to be even, we can just repeat this process. So we'll take each design of our paper, fold it in half, trace our tail feather, or our half a football shape, onto paper, and cut that out, giving us a matching tail feather. Now, if you don't want to do this, if you want each of your tail feathers to look unique, that is okay too. But we're just going to go ahead and do that until we have 4 different tail feathers for our turkey. Now that our turkey has its tail feathers, it's time to grab our glue, and we're going to glue our turkey's tail feathers onto the back. And you want to glue them in a way that they're going to be standing pretty high out, because we want to be able to see the tail feathers from the front of our book. So we're going to spread them out evenly, make sure they're high enough to be seen from the front, and with our glue stick or other glue at home, attach them to our turkey book. And once we've done that, we have our turkey's tail feathers sticking out from behind our book. And it's time to give our turkey a face. So we're going to grab our wiggle eyes and our red and yellow scraps of paper in order to give our turkey some features. Out of the yellow paper, we're just going to cut a beak, and you can do this a variety of different ways. The bottom line is that we want a triangle. You can freehand it like I'm doing now. You could trace and cut. It is entirely up to you, but we're going to give our turkey a beak. Then, every good turkey has a wattle, so we're going to go ahead and cut out a wattle to put by our turkey's beak. Again, you can freehand this like I'm going to, or you can trace and cut it depending on how you want to make yours look. But I'm just going to cut mine out like this, and then it will be ready to attach to our turkey. Then we're going to want to add some wiggle eyes. So we're going to get our glue and attach all of that right now. And just like that, our turkey book is complete. I think that this is one cool turkey. Now, throughout the video, I've been saying that you can write what you're thankful for in the book, and I think that's what it was originally intended for, but maybe you want to do something else with your turkey book. Maybe you want to write a Thanksgiving story inside, or talk about some of your family's traditions or memories about Thanksgiving, and save it in this book. Whatever you write, it's up to you, but I'm sure there will be lots of great stories inside of your book. I want to thank everybody who joined me today as we made our turkey book craft just in time for Thanksgiving, but most importantly, I'd love to see how your craft turned out. So be sure to send us pictures or tell us what you're thankful for by sending us an email at kids@adamslib.org. And don't forget to follow us on social media at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube to get updates not only about other crafts that we're doing at the library, but the great programs that we're having all year round. And as always, happy crafting, everybody.